The world does not reward kindness. It does not honor the righteous. It does not crown the hardest workers. The world belongs to strategists, those who understand the only law that truly matters, those who can rule, those who cannot obey. Machiavelli did not write for failures, and this video is not for the weak. The naive believe in justice, merit, and loyalty. The clever know that these are merely chains disguised as virtues. Would you rather be a lamb waiting for slaughter, or the wolf who sets the rules? A disposable pawn, or the ruthless king? What comes next is not for everyone, but if you choose to stay, you are about to see a truth that few dare to accept. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to begin with an unsettling yet undeniable idea. In the game of power, being loved is good, but being feared and respected at the same time is far better. Today, we will explore this complex dynamic through the lens of Niccolò Machiavelli, the Renaissance master of political strategy, whose words still echo like a dark whisper in our minds. He did not come to comfort us. He came to teach us that true power lies in the ability to balance fear and respect, and that this balance may be the key to influencing without being questioned. Machiavelli wrote something that continues to reverberate like silent thunder in our consciousness. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. This phrase, often misunderstood, is not an apology for cruelty, but a brutal observation about human nature. To Machiavelli, love is volatile, dependent on circumstances and fleeting emotions. Fear, on the other hand, is enduring, rooted in the perception of power and consequences. How many times have you seen leaders who are loved but ignored, or leaders who are feared but hated? Machiavelli knew that love is unreliable, shifting with circumstances and emotions. Fear, however, is lasting, grounded in the understanding of authority and repercussions. But here's the real question. Is it enough to be feared? Or does true power lie in combining fear with respect? So, how does one achieve this delicate balance? Machiavelli offers us a ruthless lesson. The secret lies in being calculating yet just, firm yet controlled. To be feared means that people recognize your power and know that you will not hesitate to use it when necessary. But to be respected means they also acknowledge your wisdom, your ability to make fair and strategic decisions. In other words, you must be seen as someone who not only can punish, but who knows when to punish, and more importantly, when not to. And here we arrive at another fundamental point. Machiavelli understood that fear without respect quickly turns into hatred. And hatred, as he well knew, is unstable and dangerous. When people hate you, they conspire against you, searching for ways to bring you down, to weaken you. That is why the true leader, or the true manipulator, must avoid falling into the trap of purposeless cruelty. He must use fear as a tool, not as an end in itself. He must make people fear his decisions but respect his sense of justice. But here's the paradox. Being feared and respected at the same time requires self-mastery. It demands that you control your emotions, that you do not react impulsively, that you know when to act and when to restrain yourself. Machiavelli teaches us that true power does not lie in dominating others, but in dominating oneself. A leader who loses control, who acts out of anger or vengeance, quickly loses the respect of his followers. He becomes predictable, vulnerable, weak. On the other hand, a leader who remains composed, who acts with surgical precision, inspires both fear and admiration. But here's the secret. Being feared and respected at the same time requires something rare, the ability to control your own emotions while mastering the emotions of others. It is like walking a tightrope. One wrong step, and you fall into the abyss of hatred or the irrelevance of contempt. Machiavelli teaches us that true power does not lie in dominating others, but in mastering oneself. A leader who acts on impulse out of anger or revenge quickly loses the respect of his followers. He becomes predictable, vulnerable, weak. On the other hand, a leader who maintains control, who acts with surgical precision, inspires both fear and admiration. But let's bring this to the present. We live in an era where many leaders mistake arrogance for authority, cruelty for strength. They believe that barking orders, intimidating indiscriminately, or punishing excessively is enough to consolidate power. But Machiavelli warned us, and yet we continue to be deceived. True power does not come from being feared through irrational terror, but through rational fear, the kind that is born from respect for strategic capability and controlled unpredictability. Think about it. Who really controls the game? Those who impose fear through senseless violence, or those who make people fear their decisions because they know those decisions are calculated and inevitable. True power lies in making people think twice before challenging you, not because they fear you as a person, but because they fear the consequences of your actions. And this is only possible when you combine fear with respect. Of course, this approach is not easy. Being feared and respected at the same time requires discipline, patience, and emotional intelligence. It demands that you read situations carefully, understand the people around you, and act with surgical precision. It requires you to be ruthless when necessary, but also magnanimous when appropriate. It requires you to be a strategist, not a tyrant. So, what should you do? How can you apply this lesson to your life? Machiavelli offers a clear solution. Observe before you act. Understand the motives and fears of those around you. Use fear as a tool, but always with purpose. Do not punish on a whim. Punish to teach, to correct, to reinforce your authority. And above all, never let your emotions control your actions. Remember, true power lies in being feared, not because you are unpredictable, but because you are unshakable. Until next time, when we will continue exploring the labyrinths of the human mind. Until then, remember, Machiavelli taught us that true power lies in being both feared and respected. Use this wisely. But here's my final question for you. Do you have the courage to face the discomfort necessary to master your emotions and shape your authority? Are you willing to pay the price of self-control to earn genuine respect? If this video made you reflect or even unsettled you, leave your comment below. Do you agree that the balance between fear and respect is the key to true power? Or do you believe there are other paths to effective leadership? I want to hear your perspective. See you next time.